Hello and welcome to Real Metal. I am your host, Mark. I'd like to introduce my panel this time around. Ben, we have once again, and joining us this time from Frightenstein, we have Necrotrioxin and Haunted Corpse. Well, this time around we're taking a look at the 1985 movie Hard Rock Zombies. Now, Ben, have you seen this movie before?
No, I haven't. In fact, would you mind asking him first?
Yeah? Okay. Guys, have you...
I should have got that out of the way.
Yeah, have you seen this movie before?
We have seen this movie before, but it was a different time and it was a different universe back then or in the future, depending your point of view. But we have seen this movie before, I think.
Well, let's take a look at the trailer.
Last night some little girl told us to stay out of here.
Strange town. Strange little girls.
Is this town kind of weird or something?
Nothing weird here.
My Reader's Digest says that these songs have hidden messages.
Yeah, the only way you're gonna miss that concert is if you're dead, okay?
Even dead, man. Something will work out.
My National Enquirer says that musicians cannot play a single note unless they eat drugs first.
You get me? Play this.
What?
Do it. Run!
Oh my God, are you okay?
Said in the Middle Ages, they used this music to raise the dead.
Raise the dead. What for? This sounds like a cheap movie.
This whole day's been like a cheap movie.
I tried to warn you.
Alright, I'm going to try to synopsize this movie. There's a hard rock band on tour that goes to a small town, and yeah, I don't even know where to go from here. It's
It's like trying to explain Frightenstein, I think.
There's Nazis, there's zombies, there's a Nazi zombie midget that eats himself. Let's just talk about some of our favorite scenes, I guess. I really enjoyed this film, but it's a hot mess. What were some of your favorite scenes, guys?
Definitely the guy eating himself. That's a big plus for me. Living out one of my dreams of eating myself one day. The montages were great. The musical montages were great. I mean, I love the zombie walk.
That was
That's
great.
how I walk to the bank after every Frightenstein show.
What, we get paid?
Well, I don't know if anyone else got it, but like it totally reminded me of Adamant.
Yeah.
Adamant in Prince Charming. They're doing the dance walking down the stairs. Like that. It's just so fucking weird.
Well, that's after the band gets reanimated. Let's talk about before they were killed. And, because there's a whole bunch of movie that happens before they come back as zombies.
Well, they're on tour with, they take the tour van to this small town, and they pick up a hitchhiker on the way who says that she can stay at their farm. And as soon as they get there, there's there's midgets in suits, and there's a bald dude cutting the head off a chicken.
Grandma Werewolf.
Yeah.
Grandma Werewolf.
Never explained, ever. That part is never, ever touched on in the movie. She's just a werewolf, and I guess she's Eva Braun?
Eva Braun werewolf, right?
Eva Braun, yeah.
So that kind of explains what happened to Hitler and his wife. They didn't kill themselves, they became werewolves. Or they were werewolves.
Well, she became a werewolf anyway. Yeah, alright, let's touch on the Hitler part.
She-wolf of the SS?
Yeah.
Right?
Hitler's in this movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's half of a film before that where it doesn't, they're staying with this weird family. There's this the whole film's full of weird cuts. And it just will cut all of a sudden to just dry footage. And one of these cuts is to a 90-year-old couple fucking. And that's really weird.
Yeah, and then their grandchildren come in and watch.
The midgets.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they ask nicely.
Yeah.
They really do. They beg. Can we watch, please?
So cute. We can say 9. All right, you can watch.
Well, the director of this film, Krishna Shah, he was also directing a movie called American Driving. Now, originally this movie was shot as a 20-minute short to be played in American Driving, as far as I know. I've never seen American Driving, but that's what it was originally supposed to be. And then they figured they could make a full movie out of it, which is debatable. But
Out of the movie that was supposed to be just a small part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, it has a lot of B-movie tropes in there, but and a lot of padding when it comes to do it. Like, there's 3 or 4 full songs in there with them.
Yeah, there's about 3 songs. They repeat at least 2 of the songs. We should note that during the movie, they get locked up in a barn by the local sheriff, of which there's only one.
Which is supposed to be the jail.
You can with barns.
There's like
hay
bales and crates everywhere.
Yeah, and there's this young girl who's really young looking.
It's Cassie.
Cassie. There you go, Cassie, yeah. And she's kind of just there, and he writes a song about her while they're waiting.
That's a little creepy. Yeah, that's probably the creepiest part about the movie is his relationship with Cassie.
And the fact that song gets performed twice.
Yeah.
I think all bass players are supposed to be creepy.
Really, if this makes no sense to anyone who's watching, it didn't make much sense to us when we watched it. But it was still a fun film. All the music was written and performed by Paul Sabu, who not very familiar with his work, but he's worked as a producer, and he's got credits on Alice Cooper's Hey Stupid album, David Bowie's Dance. He's worked with Lee Aaron a bunch on Body Rock and Some Girls Do. He also wrote the song in Ghoulies 2 that Wasp performed, Scream Until You Like It. Yeah. But the music for a hard rock band, most of the songs, not very hard rock.
No, I wouldn't say so, but it's pretty catchy though. Some of it is pretty catchy. Yeah. I do like the song that raises the dead or whatever have you.
Yeah, that was pretty
catchy. Yeah. So I thought it was okay.
The music was great. We have catchy music in a really dry film.
Well, yeah, but that's coming from me. Like me dressed, like this today. So.
Well, the song that raises the dead, they introduced it at the beginning of the movie while they're driving in the van, and he said he found it in a book. There's no explanation more so than that. Just a book. Yeah. A book with a song that raises the dead.
And the guy keeps killing the fly, and the fly keeps coming back to life. Yeah.
And then for some reason, when the band finally gets murdered by the family in the house, what would go on to be the Nazi family, we find out later, then Cassie plays a recording of the song. Now, did you guys notice that? It's a really nice recording of the song. I don't know where that recording came from, because they had just learned the song.
She puts the cassette tape in and presses play. I'm like, shit, they recorded this?
Yeah, and that brings the band back to life.
Yeah.
And they go to save the town. They go to avenge their deaths by the Nazi family.
Let's talk about that scene. It cuts to them at a dinner table, which really reminded me of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And the sheriff's there for some reason.
Yeah.
And their manager's there, who looks just as spooked as us watching it. And then all of a sudden, this box on the table just flashes red. And that must be, the sign for Hitler. Because he looks up and he's like, after 40 years!
He takes off his mask.
And I gotta say,
he still has his uniform on and all these years. Yeah.
He's got the cross and everything.
Yeah, and they give a via satellite address, too, which never touched on again, really. It's
I mean, honestly, we knew that the elderly couple were German. That came out in the fucking scene. But, I mean, that Hitler scene came out of nowhere. And for such a dry movie, that bar is set so high. that scene is a reason to watch this movie alone.
But the band sort of inadvertently starts a zombie apocalypse by anyone that they kill comes back as zombies, and then the townspeople have to try to figure out how to deal with this influx of zombies, who apparently don't like heads.
Yeah. That was a little odd how they dealt with the situation.
Yeah, the big cardboard cars.
So they cut out big cardboard heads of famous people and scared the zombies away.
Why aren't we one of those cardboard heads?
So, okay, the band comes back, kills off the Hitler family that killed them. They then go play a concert.
For the big executive guy.
Yeah, the A&R guy from the record label shows up at this concert with no one else in there whatsoever.
No.
The zombie band plays what appears to be a full set.
Yeah. Smoke machines and everything.
The drum kit had a cage around it.
Yeah.
It was way better than their first concert.
Yeah, it was a lot of production value. I don't know where they fit all that stuff in that small van they were driving around, but, you know.
They do their show and zombies show up and...
But once they finish their show, they get back in the van,
Yeah.
go back to their graves, and
go
just lie back in their graves.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't do that? That sounds like our lives. We play it to no crowd. Apparently they're zombies, and we go home and go back to our graves. Yeah.
Well, after that happens, the manager goes to beg, because their zombies have infested the town now. They've unleashed a zombie apocalypse on this small town, and they go to get the band to help them end said zombie apocalypse. They play one final show at the cave.
At the cave, yeah, at the base of the cave.
Well, to lure them in.
To lure all the zombies to the gas chamber.
Oh, yeah, no, hold on. I skipped the whole crazy point. A way to get rid of the zombies is apparently to have them...
Crazy point.
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot about this. Is to have them have sex with a virgin.
This is Cass.
This is Cass. Cass is a virgin.
She's still there.
Yeah, she's still there. She's still not...
She was actually at the concert.
Yeah, she was hiding. Oh.
Besides the dancing A&R guy.
Yeah. So the townspeople tie her up, and I guess all the zombies are going to have sex with Cass, and that will put them to sleep for 100 years. According to this book, we don't know where the book came from. Once again, another mystery book with all this information about ghouls. So they're all going to have sex with Cass, and that'll put them to sleep for 100 years. So then our band manager goes to the band, wake the band up from because they just went back into their graves to get them to come save Cass. And they play one final show.
And they got to get up,
and distract all the zombies from having sex with this virgin. Like, just us talking about it, this sounds insane, but that's what we just spent an hour and a half watching. It's nuts.
So when you're done watching this, watch it, yeah?
It's just, wow. So the band gets the zombies to go into the Nazi cave, and they're gassed to death, which kills zombies, I guess.
Yeah.
And that kills the band as well.
But yeah, they sacrifice themselves, because they're the true heroes of this film.
Well, they were still alive afterwards. For some reason, they didn't get gassed.
They're just kind of standing there. But I don't know if they were
kind of leaned against the wall. And then the dancer girl lay across them.
Yeah.
At that point, I kind of wondered, is she like the girlfriend of one of the band members? It was kind of weird.
And the true hero of the movie, who gets forgotten about by the girl.
Yeah, you're right. Because she gets saved by the manager guy.
The manager of the band.
Manager of the band. He's very much like Tom Hanks in that thing that you do. Just very cheap. And he saves her. I mean, he pretends to be a zombie as well. He turns up wearing that mask.
Yeah. He pretends to be a zombie a couple of times in the movie, too.
In fact, the scene in the hallway is amazing.
Yeah.
Where he pretends to be like them. That's a fucking great scene.
Reminds you of Flyboy.
So yeah, he
No, I was gonna say, did we ever figure out the name of the band?
No, we tried. No one ever mentioned the name of the band. It's not mentioned in the film.
We did.
Did we?
Well, behind their speakers it says M80, and then on their band it says Holy Moses. So we can only assume it's one of those.
Anyone know? Leave it in the comments, please.
Yeah, unlike Black Roses, where they were called Black Roses.
Yeah.
That was the,
Okay, so Ben, would you recommend this film?
I've already stated that I can't. Now, I can't based on the fact that 90% of people I give this to will get mad at me, which has happened before, based on things we've watched here. Happened just recently. But yeah, like, I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm definitely find a copy of this. That Hitler moment was just, like I said, so high. The bar is set so high. That is, you know, M. Night Shyamalan hasn't got shit on these guys. Like, that came out of nowhere and it just launched straight into it. It was fantastic. Yeah, I loved it. Can I recommend it? No.
Necro, would you recommend this film?
Of course. I suggested it.
Very true. Dr. Corpse.
Yeah, I think I recommend this movie. I mean, for me, just the guy eating himself and eating his own head is worth it alone. I mean, Hitler moments are pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of other moments that are great that we tried to figure out. But at the end of the day, yeah, I recommend it. For sure.
Still love that scene. We all agree that's where the movie should have ended, when he finally eats his face.
Yeah,
and his left skull.
His skin comes off his face as he continues to eat himself. It's so good.
Okay, before we go, let's talk about Frightenstein a little bit. Where can people find out more about you guys, more about your music?
We got the Facebook thing.
Yep.
What is it?
Frightenstein 666.
Oh, okay,
on Facebook.
Yeah.
I think we've been through this like 5 times in the other interview where you said it like so many different ways. It's just Frightenstein 666.
Okay, Frightenstein 666.
We have
Facebook.
We have Bandcamp and SoundCloud.
I think I know that. So.
Same thing, Frightenstein 666.
How would you explain Frightenstein to people that don't know? Just seeing you guys for the first time.
Oh, loud. We used to be fast, but I'm getting older now, so I wouldn't say not as fast.
Getting older and fatter.
Yeah. Our bedtime is you know, we're always going way over our bedtime. I don't know, crazy, loud, fast. I think if you like Guar, if you like the Misfits, I think you'll like us. I think that's the best way to put it, I think.
Yeah. Personally, I'm a big fan. I really enjoy seeing these guys live. They kick ass. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Okay, before we go, Ben, anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, listen to Crepitus.
There you go.
Yeah, Calgary Metal.
We just did a short film. That's why we've been away for a while. Did a short film called Castle On. I was having trouble remembering the name of it. This book's in it. Yeah, that's Ben Plays the Killer. You can check that out. It's on our YouTube page. If you like this video, remember, hit the like button and share it. We'd really appreciate it. Also, if you want to see us a different movie, a movie you'd like to see us do, why don't you leave that in the comments? We're always looking for suggestions. Yeah. Thanks again, Frightenstein, for joining us.
Thank you.
And watching this wonderfully terrible movie. Until next time, guys. See ya.